Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mr. Teacups and welcome to a Modern Warfare 2 commentary. So today's nuke is a nuke on Karachi. It's some free-for-all, and actually this was an unexpected nuke because I joined the game around about a quarter of the way through. It was around about 7 or 8 kills through when I joined, and I was surprised I actually got a nuke because it's around about a minute to actually get my first kill. So I actually ended up going on a little bit of a tear around about halfway through the game. I start beasting and feasting. My kill streaks just go to town, and I ended up getting the nuke right at the end of the game, which is pretty sweet. But my setup is I'm using P90 Silence, I'm using the Rafficas Akimbo, I'm using a Claymore, I'm using stuns, and my perks are Sleight of Hand Pro, Stopping Power Pro, and Ninja Pro. And I've just got to say, fuck me, the P90 is an absolute tank. I hope in future releases that they bring back the P90. I absolutely love this gun. In my personal opinion, I think it's more powerful than the UMP45. I actually prefer using this over the UMP. Even when the game was out, I highly rated the P90 more. And fuck me, I just love this gun. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the gameplay. So, for today's commentary, we're going to be talking about Treyarch and Infinity Ward not looking after and not maintaining their games. And this commentary is probably going to end up being a rant, so I'm going to try and do my best to structure this commentary so it just doesn't go, it just doesn't turn into me just bashing the game, being a fucking little angry little nerd. So what I mean by Infinity Ward and Treyarch not maintaining their games is that if you look at Modern Warfare 2, you look at World at War, you look at COD 4, hell, you even look at Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3 at the moment, the state of those games are embarrassing. These games are hacked to fuck. Modern Warfare 2, hacked, absolutely just despicable. Like, I was trying to play this game the other day, right? I was trying to get some cheeky little nukes, and I spent around about 2 hours on the game, just going in free-for-all and out of free-for-all, right? In a 2-hour period, I got into 3 legit games in 2 hours. The rest of the time, it was just me trying to join games, oh look, it's hacked, back out. Try and join game, oh look, it's hacked, back out. 24/7. It's just despicable the amount of hackers that are on these games and ruin it. And hell, World at War is even worse. There are less people on World at War, but the number of hackers just seems to be so prominent. Sometimes it feels like there's 99% of hackers on World at War, because I was in a free-for-all the other day, right? And there was 6 hackers in free-for-all. It was just me and this other guy trying to play it legit. And you had these 6 hackers running around with aimbot and infinite health trying to kill each other, and they couldn't. So all they ended up doing was just killing us over and over again. It's disgusting the state that World at War is in. COD 4 is actually the best out of all of them. For some reason, I think people respect that game a little bit more, but there are hackers and modders floating around that game. So you've just got a taster of what the state of these games are like. And the older the game gets in the COD series, the more it gets hacked and the more it's ignored by its company. Look at Black Ops at the moment. That is starting to get hacked. That is starting to basically get destroyed at the moment. I don't know the status of Modern Warfare 3. It's probably receiving some hacks at this moment. It's probably being modded at this moment. But I tell you what, the second Ghost comes out, Modern Warfare 3 will be unplayable and destroyed. Hell, actually, from release it was unplayable because that game fucking sucked, but that's just my opinion. The status of Black Ops 2 at the moment is great. The game it works well. There are connection problems in that, the lag compensation and the lobby join is a bit fucked up, but there are no hackers, there are no modders in my personal experience running around Black Ops 2. But I guarantee you, the second Ghost comes out, and a few months after that, you will start seeing some hackers and modders pop up. But the second Treyarch's next game comes out, destroyed. Black Ops 2, even if you enjoy this game right now, the second that game comes out will be absolutely fucked beyond belief and unplayable. And in my personal opinion, I'm getting annoyed at this because basically the COD titles have an expiration date. Basically, you can enjoy the game for this period, but after that it's unplayable. You might as well throw away your game. Imagine Ghost release date was now. 2 years from now, Ghost will be unplayable. It'll just be hacked and modded and destroyed. Even if Ghost is amazing, say if Ghost goes back to the roots of Call of Duty being actually good like COD 4, in 2 years time, you're not going to be able to play it. It's going to be fucking destroyed. So that was a quite an over-exaggerated intro to the topic of this commentary. But yeah, you get the gist of it. I'm pissed off that there are hackers and modders just destroying this game for everyone else. And I wouldn't even be making this commentary if there was barely any people playing. But there are still thousands of people out there daily playing these older COD titles. Hell, sometimes even tens of thousands. Like, I was hugely surprised. The other day I went on World at War PS3 and there was 5,000 people on when I was on. That's a huge number for a game that old. Some games that are released now would kill for those figures, but because it's COD, that's just a minute figure for them. They don't give a fuck about that. But if you look at, say, COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, across both consoles daily, there are tens of thousands of people trying to play these games daily. But it's a struggle for them because these games aren't maintained. They're just destroyed by the 12-year-old community that just loves running around with a jump pack or an aimbot. You know, it's really frustrating for people trying to play the game, and it's putting a lot of people off, because I know people that don't enjoy Modern Warfare 3, that don't enjoy Black Ops 2. You know, they really don't like those games, but they liked, you know, COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, you know, everyone has their own opinion. But I know as someone who really enjoys Modern Warfare 2, but he isn't playing it anymore because the game is basically destroyed, it's unplayable, and he stopped playing COD. He was basically just like, what's the point? You know, these games have an expiration date on them. In a few years' time, the game's unplayable. They're not maintained. And you're probably saying, oh, loads of other games aren't maintained. No, there are loads of games out there to this day that are still maintained and don't even receive the numbers that these older COD titles receive. I was playing some Gears of War 1 the other day. Barely anyone on. But whenever I go on now and then, there's always an update for the game. There's always updates being made to the game. It's always being maintained. It's amazing. And if the game isn't maintained by, say, the developer, a lot of games out there give the maintenance to the community. Like, look at Counter-Strike 1.6. That game is still being played to this day because of the community. Hell, one way to solve this problem is introducing dedicated servers into the console release of these future COD titles. You know, like, you could have a server for all these fucking little modders to run around and suck each other's dicks. Then you could actually have servers for people that want to play the game legit. You know, people don't have to worry about their game being disturbed by hackers during the game, because you could have some admin controls kicking and banning people. You know, it'd be amazing. But sadly, you'll probably never see that introduced into the COD series, because hell, it'd probably cost them more money to make it. But just humour me here. Say if Infinity Ward and Treyarch started to clean up their older titles like Modern Warfare 2 and all that. They started to clean them up, fix them. Obviously, at first, you would see less people playing the games because the modders wouldn't be playing. But I guarantee you that the numbers would double, maybe even triple, if these games were maintained. But the company doesn't give a shit. Yeah, they already made their sale a few years ago. They already made billions. They don't care. It's all about the future release for them. You know, the next COD that comes out, Ghost, is probably going to make another billion. The release after that, probably another billion. It's crazy. And in my personal opinion, I think a COD every year is too much. Yeah, I would honestly like a COD every 2 years. But that ain't never going to happen because they love to milk this dry. You'll probably see a COD every 6 months soon once they hire, I don't know, 2 more developers on this game. But that's a bit over-exaggerated. Imagine that, a COD every fucking 6 months. But I don't know, I think this rant is a little bit dragging. You know, I'm pissed. You know, I love these games to death, but I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed that they're unplayable. You know, something needs to be done. These games need to be maintained. You can't just die. You know, a company shouldn't be allowed. You know, it should honestly be illegal for them to just leave a game in this state. You know, because these games are still being sold daily. I bet you out there, you know, every day, a few hundred copies of Modern Warfare 2 are still selling. But there's just absolutely no support. And the game's only 4 years old this year. It's not even like it's been out for 10 years. A 4-year-old game isn't old. But I just honestly think it's embarrassing on the company's part that after 2 years the game just goes to pot, becomes unplayable. And I just don't like that I have to buy the next COD title to actually be able to play the game modder and hacker free. Something needs to be done. The only two solutions are that the company actually maintains their games in that, which isn't going to happen. It's never going to fucking happen. Or they start introducing dedicated servers in the future console releases. So hopefully maybe the future games will be looked after. And we'll just have to, you know, mourn these games, because Modern Warfare 2 is fucked forever, basically. You'll start seeing the numbers just slowly decrease over time. I bet you in 2 years' time, there'll be no one playing Modern Warfare 2. Probably maybe about 10 people, only hackers. Because, you know, the legit people that are trying to play the game properly will just be like, fuck this, what's the point of playing it anymore? Yeah, I'm just sick and tired of going in the game. It's just being ruined by hackers and modders. You know, I'm just leaving. Like, I'm personally not even looking forward to Ghost, because even if I do enjoy the game, 2 years from now, I'm not going to be able to play it. So yeah, that is my rant commentary. I probably ranted a little bit too hard there. I hope it was structured well. I hope I didn't come off like an absolute douchebag, but yeah. If you've made it this far into the commentary, what is your opinion on this topic? Are you still trying to play these older games? What is your experience with them at the moment? Are you pissed that these companies aren't exactly maintaining their games and looking after them? What would you like to see done and shit like that? But that's all I can say today. I've been Mr. Teacup. So if you recommend, subscribe. I'll see you next time.
Waiting for your mark.